Listen, man, before we kick this video off, don't forget to smash that fucking like button. I'm not even monetized, bro. I'm not doing this for a check. I'm doing this to get the fucking information out there, y'all. So go ahead and support a nigga by smashing that like button and leaving a comment in the comment section below if you fuck with me. Now, what we came to talk about here in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all all know, some shit is about to go down, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know now. Boss Top is in the line of fire. In case y'all don't know, if the O Block 5 is in fact convicted on the RICO Act, it's going to be a indictment rain of fire on niggas' heads. And what I'm talking about is just because this 5 is up there, y'all. And this is what Mama Duck talking about. A lot of more people is gonna get arrested. She can't say too much, but and what she mean by that, man, if they convict these niggas, if they convict the 5 of the RICO, do y'all not understand it's going to be about 40 other indictments written on niggas and they are getting booked too? You see what I'm saying? Niggas like Boss Top, for instance. Let me show y'all this. Cooperator 2 will testify that at times, material to the superseding indictment, the leaders of O Block were Boss Top, known to law enforcement as Individual A, Duke, BJ, and defendant Charles Liggins, and Davon Bennett, aka King Von, when he was alive. So basically, if the 5 that is on trial right now is convicted on the RICO, it's going to be a superseding indictment rain of fire on niggas' heads. And that is what Mama Duck is talking about, y'all. A lot of people is focusing on the murder of Duck. That is a small situation to what the feds is trying to lock in. The feds is trying to lock in the RICO. And without Cooperator 1 and 2, they can't prove the RICO. Why? Because Cooperator 2 and Cooperator 1 is the only statements that falls under the O Block is an enterprise. So you will see all the statements that will relate O Block to a enterprise. And the only people that you will see under that is Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2. We know Cooperator 1 is trenches. We don't know who Cooperator 2 is just yet. And also, B, proving that O Block engaged in racketeering activity. Only statements you will see under that is Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2. Now, for C, to prove that O Block has a deadly rivalry with STL and EBT, that's when Butter's statement comes in about how Kyra killed OD and how King Von killed Kyra and damn near blew his shit back. That is what Butter's statement is for. Far as they identification testimony, that shit got, again, like I told y'all a couple days ago, Butter's identification testimony and this nigga Trench's News identified testimony got thrown out, well, sealed, due to the fact that they wasn't there for the murder. So their identification testimony of Muwap shouldn't be heard. And we knew that for a mile. If you understand, well, I knew that from a mile away that was gonna happen. Once I seen it in the motion, and I seen how they worded it, I'm like, okay, defense got that one cleared like a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So defense won that motion on the 30th to get those identification testimonies sealed. Now, if you ask me, it's a slight win, but it ain't too much of a win. Because at the end of the day, man, amongst themselves, they already have enough evidence on themselves to prove on the murder of Carlton Weekly, aka FBG Duck. But the real deal Holyfield that is killing it all, and that is Cooperator 2 and Cooperator 1. Now, Cooperator 1 will have to speak, y'all. And Cooperator 2 have to speak. So all that Trenches News might not get up here and talk woot out the wham. Trenches News might not say shit when he get up on the stand. But guess what, y'all? Just like in Melly trial, they gonna read this nigga first testimony off. Just like old girl got up there and switched her shit up, we gonna hear the original that Trenches actually said, Cooperator 1. And for y'all to think that they not going to use Cooperator 1 and 2, y'all gotta be motherfucking crazy. This is a federal stage. The only people that can tie this as a racketeering, again, a enterprise that had a racketeering activity is Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2. The only thing that Cooperator 3 is stating is, again, the deadly rivalry with SBT dating back at least a decade. That's why it's under that, y'all. For those that don't understand that shit. Now, with that being said, since Cooperator 2 said out his fucking mouth right here, and this was really gonna blow the cannon at a lot of motherfuckers, is Cooperator 2 will testify that at times, material to the superseding indictment, the leaders of OBLOCK were Boss Top, Duke, BJ, Charles Liggins, and Davon Bennett, aka King Von, when he was alive. Which means if the 5 that is on trial right now for Duck is convicted on the RICO, we're going to see a superseding indictment with at least about 20 people getting indicted and booked on this RICO, y'all. Because once they convict these guys on the RICO thing, they already have statements about Boss Top being the leader, this and that. So then you're going to get a huge cooperation with a lot of people. This is how it happens. I'm just trying to break it down so a lot of y'all can understand what's really going on, because a lot of smoke is clearing, is basically in a lot of people's eyes, and everybody focusing on what happened to Duck, and that's the main thing here. No, y'all. They don't really care what happened to Duck. Don't y'all understand that? These people main fucking focus is proving the RICO. You see what I'm saying? It's proving the RICO. That is the main part of the Fed stepping in, is to prove the RICO, man. So Cooperator 2 has no choice but to get his ass up there, because without Cooperator 2 and Cooperator 1, you don't have shit. You don't have a federal case. You don't have enough to indict a whole group of people without them. So with that being said, even if Cooperator 1 and 2 don't show up, or if they gonna get booked. Come on now. You know Trenches News is in fucking witness protection. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna make his ass come. And if he don't, they gonna get up there, and let's say he switched the game up. We are going to hear his original statement, no matter what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? All defendants have the right to view and know who the fuck their accuser is. So with these niggas, Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2, I don't even know why it say if they are called. The only way they won't be called is if something happens to them tragically. But other than that, they have to be called in order to prove that OBLOCK is an enterprise, and in order to prove that OBLOCK has engaged in racketeering activity. Ain't no way in hell they can prove it without them 2 statements. So they don't have a RICO case without them. So with that being said, Trenches, nigga, your time is coming. Your time is ticking, nigga. 10-10. We all will know that is you, and what you said. The fucked up part about it is you won't man up to it. You know what I'm saying? A real man will say, yeah, nigga, I told him. What the fuck y'all gonna do about it? You see what I'm saying? Butter ain't tell on nobody. I don't know why everybody trying to say Butter. Butter fucking told a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? On the King Von shit. when they fucking closed the case a while ago. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, Butter is just there to tell the history. Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2 is doing the cooking. Just like Butter said, Shorty and them ain't going to jail off of him. You see what I'm saying? Which real shit. They not going to jail off of him. They going to jail off Trenches News and whoever Cooperator 2 is, which is still an OBLOCK member. You see what I'm saying? And I doubt it is Trey 5 because they ain't saying the nigga is booked. You see what I'm saying? But those names are coming out here, boy, next week. Those names will be out next week, y'all, through a motion that has been proposed by the defense. Like I said a couple days ago, the defense is getting real aggressive. So with that being said, the defense wants to know, because I guess the defense actually see people on Trench's News ass or see people is really into the case. So the defense is actually trying to get those, whatchamacallits, redacted. Those initials, they're trying to get those names revealed. So next week, we should hear a ruling on that. And if it once that shit is turned over, y'all gonna have the full-fledged names of all cooperators and witnesses. Witnesses of the murder and corroborators, which is the people that is cooperating in the RICO case. The witness is different than a cooperator. A cooperator is someone that is cooperating. A witness is telling you what they seen. A cooperator is actually giving you evidence that is convicting a motherfucker. It's a two fucking difference. Now, what this everybody trying to say, man, this nigga, and we're going to figure out if he was paid or not. We're going to find out if cooperator 1 was paid or not as well next week, y'all. So that's gonna be interesting as well. What's fucked up about it is this whole time that, man, it's just fucked up, y'all. It's fucked up. It's a bad look. You know what I'm saying? For niggas that actually made so much money off they storytelling and whole time was storytelling to the cops. I mean, maybe I'm gonna try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Trench's News got caught up in all this shit because of everything he been saying on YouTube, and they probably ran up on him. You know what I'm saying? But the way they got it laid out, it sounds a confidential informant that's being paid. Nigga, that's somebody that is willing to. That is somebody that went out their way to tell some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's a payroll. I believe that's more sound like some nigga still giving information and finding more and more what he can. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga clock in, this nigga check in with him type shit probably. And for anybody that think them people ain't outside his house, again, making sure he's straight, you crazy. But I want to know what's gonna happen to Boss Top, if these niggas convicted. It's 100% fact that it's gonna be a lot of niggas going down in this RICO if they is convicted. We're gonna see a superseding indictment, and that's what Mama Duck is talking about. There's a lot of more arrests that will happen if this RICO goes through. The only way this RICO don't go through is if something actually happened to Cooperator 1 and Cooperator 2 to where they can't testify at all. That's the only way. It's the only fucking way that this don't actually happen. Because the only evidence that they ain't got no surveillance evidence of these niggas actually selling drugs or woot out the wham or none of that. They ain't got no surveillance evidence or nothing, or gun trafficking or anything crazy like that. The only thing that they got on these niggas about they motherfucking gang, bro, is statements from Cooperator 1 and 2. You see what I'm saying? Cooperator 2 talking about the clicked up. And so, just to let y'all know, Cooperator 2 will testify, including Cooperator 2 rappers to number of witnesses who will testify, including Cooperator 2. Rappers from STL and rappers from OBLOCK, 600 Lamron, will often diss each other. Dead bitches, however, was particularly missing on record. Okay, so Cooperator 2, man. That's what I'm saying, though, y'all. Let me know in the comment section below what the fuck y'all think is up with Boss Top and what's gonna happen with his ass, man. I'm gone.